Do you speak Hebrew? Yes or no? Do you speak Hebrew?
Do you speak Hebrew?
No. Do you speak Hebrew? Okay, what we talking about? What we talking about? We're speaking English. We're going with the Bible in English. The Bible was translated for all people in English, and that's what we're running around talking to a Negro about Hebrew when he don't speak no damn Hebrew. Showing you the proof. Name Tyler Perry. You put that wig on, he transformed into what? But that goes into what? Mannerisms. A man don't supposed to be going like that. Man's supposed to be, give me that bill upright in Ecclesiastes. A man's supposed to be upright, and with that comes with being masculine. There's feminine roles and masculine roles. There's none of that old gender fluid bull stuff that's out here. That's going against the Bible. You got that? Read.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright.
Man was made upright. Man wasn't made to be soft. Man was made to lead the nation of Israel. That's what we were made to. That's why we're out here. That's why you don't see our wives. You don't see our children. Because we come out here for the war for our souls. These men are supposed to be doing that, but we were never taught our proper position. But right now, this is the position that the men are supposed to be. This is the calling of the men. And guess what? With calling of the men, who's gonna follow? Why? Because the woman always follows. It's just, you got to think about who she follows. It might be this man right here. That's what being a mind. But
and even then, he looks effeminate.
Exactly. There's something that you said. Hold up, sis. 1 Corinthians 11. Read that. Now, sis, you got to hear verse 3.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
So the head of Christ is God. So it's God, Christ, man, woman, and naturally what? The children. That means, guess what? There's no 50-50 in marriage. It's the man is the lead and the woman is the support. So that's her role here on earth, is to support the man. She shouldn't try to usurp the authority over the man at all. Because guess what? She's out of order with God. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
If your head is covered up, as a man, when the word of God is being read, or if you're hearing, you're praying, guess what? You dishonor Christ. So this brother right here would be dishonoring Christ. So you would take your hat off. You go to a courtroom, guess what? You take your hat off because you know what? There's power in that house. Read on. Hold up. Even in church, you ever see a man have his hat on in church? Exactly. Because guess what? This is the tenets of the Bible that we were following, but we didn't know we was following. We was going after this ignorantly. But it's natural. Read.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
Who she dishonor, bro? Well, that's ultimate. Her husband, her man. That's who she dishonor. So if her head isn't covered up, guess what? She dishonors us.
They could still cut him?
What'd you say, sis?
Do you believe that they could still cut him?
Cut what? No. Your head is covered. It says if you don't, then shave your head. Shave your head bald. That's your shame because your hair
is your glory.
Yes, exactly. This is why. Read.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
God looks like a man. Christ looks like a man with an afro, and it's white and woolly, white and nappy. Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Remember, we was talking about whom will the woman follow. You said this man here looks what? Effeminate. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
This is the point I want to get to. Read.
And his voice.
His what?
His voice as the sound of many waters.
Many waters. Christ taught 5 4,000 people at one time. The ocean was behind them. He fed them. How he's gonna, you think he's gonna be soft like what you hear with this? Peace be unto you. No, he's strong with authority as a man. That's who Christ taught
Y'all
like.
have bass in your voices for a reason.
Exactly. Give me 2 Corinthians chapter 11.
But I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna have to get back.
Bro, so what's your question? I know you got a question.
The question is, where was the Bible translated from?
It was translated in England
From where?
from various languages.
From where?
I just told you. Various languages.
You gotta give me more than that, brother.
Various languages.
Come on, talk to me now. Where was
So do you believe the Bible? Hold up. So what's the basis of your question?
Let me answer your question.
No. You ain't running nothing here, bro. Give me Mark 4.
So where did the Bible get translated? Where did it come from?
Read.
Where did it translate?
We're gonna read Mark 4.
Where did they?
This is King James was a king of Great Britain, France, and Ireland. He was a King James was a king of Great Britain,
Okay.
So what's what?
Keep reading.
Read.
Keep reading.
France and Ireland.
Come on.
He was a black man,
Come on.
and the King James Bible is named after him.
Come on.
King James approved
Come on.
54 scholars to work on the translation. 47 worked in 6 groups at 3 locations for 7 years,
Right,
comparing
come on.
previous English translations
Come on.
and
We start
texts in the
translating
original
stuff.
languages,
Come on.
Hebrew and Greek.
Come
See?
on. Come on.
So what's that? I don't get it. Cause you saying come on like it's something. What is the basis of your question?
You just asked.
You,
me for it.
okay,
So
go
you
to
start
Mark 4.
translating
I'm gonna show you what's going on.
Stand this.
Y'all
Do you
listen-
speak Hebrew? Do you speak Hebrew? I'm speaking to you like a man. Do you speak Hebrew? Do you speak Hebrew? Yes or no? Do you speak Hebrew?
Do you speak Hebrew?
No. Do you speak Hebrew? Okay, what we talking about? What we talking about? We're speaking English. We're gonna read the Bible in English. The Bible was translated for all people in English, and that's what we're doing. We're not running around talking to a Negro about Hebrew when he don't speak no damn Hebrew. We're talking to a Negro about Latin or Spanish. You don't speak none of that. Listen to what the Bible says. This is why I'm mad. Because all people destroy as a people. They destroy as a people. This dumb Negro came outside, one in his mouth. Who would you have?
Mark chapter 4 verse 15. And these are they by the wayside where the word is sown.
So you are by the wayside when the word is coming out. The word is sown to you. We don't.
But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately.
As you hearing God's words coming out, how to keep the Sabbath, how to get out of sin, how to better your life. Who come out?
Satan cometh immediately.
Satan come immediately. Why? Because y'all was hearing no sis, don't even engage him. Come on, move back over here. Don't even engage him. Brother, don't even engage him. We want you to have again.
But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately.
You see how he keep running his mouth as the Bible coming out? When the Bible coming out, what everybody must supposed to do? Keep quiet. But as Satan, he don't know that.
Right.
That's why I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. I'm not mad. I'm talking to him because this is the second time he come out here running his mouth. He don't believe the Bible. That's why he kept his head covered. Read what you have.
Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
He's trying to cause confusion and trying to take the word away from y'all. Now we're not talking about God's laws no more. Now we're not talking about keeping the Sabbath no more. Now we're not talking about righteousness no more. Now he's talking about translations. What the hell does that have to do with you keeping God's laws? Read me here in Exodus 20.
Exodus chapter 20 verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
So listen, we're talking about keeping God's laws, right? Bringing the 12 tribes back to God because we sinned, because we broke God's laws, right? As we teaching, as we showing the people where they fall off at, why we at the bottom, why we being oppressed, why we suffering. This is what we're teaching our people to wake them back up, right? Satan come and try to take the word away from y'all and take y'all to soliloquy of languages. Do you speak any other language, sir?
Yes, sir.
What language do you speak?
I'm listening because
There you go. Now, I'm going to see if you really listen. Go to 1 Corinthians. I'm going to test your spirit. We're not playing with you.
1 Corinthians chapter 11. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Every man praying or prophesying.
Is the Bible a book of prophecy, yes or no? A book of prophecy, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Is there every man doing what?
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Who are you dishonoring right now?
God, if you say it, that's what you say.
That's what the Bible says. I ain't saying nothing. Read it again.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Do you believe the Bible? Or are you going to do what the Bible say?
I always do the Bible.
Do it now.
I took off my head, but when I took off the answer question,
And don't put it back up. That's what I wanted to see. Put it down. There you go. That's my point, bro. He's not here to learn. He's here to argue. And guess what, brother? Come back here. Come back here. Come back
I
here.
put my head on for
Because remember, we was talking about keeping the Sabbath, right? So, as God chosen people, us knowing that we fall off at, today's the Sabbath day. What are we supposed to do? What are you supposed to be doing? With who? With us. You're supposed to be in the school, keeping the Lord's Sabbath day holy, boy. You were trying to.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So God gave you 6 days to labor and do all your work. You got from Sunday all the way down to Friday sundown. You work and you get your money. You do whatever you got to do, right? It says 6 days. You do all your work. Read on.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
The seventh day is what? The seventh day is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. It's God separate that day. Read on.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
You should not be working on that Sabbath day. Good. So guess what? Guess what? You should be going to the school today. Because today's a Sabbath day. Read on.
In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant.
That's for you as well, sister. That's for the whole nation, huh? She already knows, so guess what? Now you just gotta do it. Yes.
Thy manservant, nor thy maidservant.
See that? So on the seventh day, at that time we had our own land, so on and so forth. Right? We had servants. These people work for us, so we wouldn't have them do any work on the Sabbath day, right? Read on.
Nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
See that? So God separate the seventh day and make it holy unto Him. So we're supposed to keep the Sabbath day. Exodus 30. You got it?
Yeah. Exodus chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them.
How you doing, sis? Good. You all right? All right. You listening to the word of God? What's your name?
Lorraine.
Lorena. My name is Matthias. Right? So we're talking about the Sabbath day. The day that you see people going to church on Sunday, that's not of God. You know that, right? Okay, good.
Go to Bible study.
We have all that. Every week, every day we have classes. All right? But sister, listen.
Exodus chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord had said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake today.
So right before the Sabbath, the day prior to, you prepare all your stuff, what you're supposed to be cooking before the Sabbath day. So on the Sabbath day, it's going to tell you what you're not supposed to be doing. You know?
Bake that which you will bake today, and seethe that you will seethe.
The word seethe means to boil. Boil what you need to boil today, or cook.
Saturday or Sunday.
No, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That's the full Sabbath day. Not Sunday. Sunday is the worship of the sun, God. Right. That's all that. That's Christianity. That's not of the Bible.
And that which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
You know how we always talk about leftovers? Yeah. This is where leftovers come from. Right. Because God told us, look, prepare your food that you're going to eat. and prepare it before the Sabbath day. Then the thing that's left over, this is what you're gonna eat the next day.
Right.
That's where we get it from.
Right.
But we got cut off into Christianity. Now we don't know where that came from, but it's derived from the Bible. Because God told us you're not supposed to cook on the Sabbath day. What's that? So you're not supposed to cook on the Sabbath day, right? Now we're gonna find out what other things you're not supposed to be doing on the Sabbath day. Like right now, you got all these churches, all these stores open. All these stores open. What are they doing? Buying and selling, buying and selling. But what is God's laws according to that? On the Sabbath day, because today is the Sabbath day.
You're not supposed to be working.
You're not supposed to do what? Working, right? It's a day of rest, right?
That's right.
You? I know you know something. Give me something. What are you not supposed to do on the Sabbath day?
Work.
Huh?
You ain't
Work.
supposed to
Work,
work.
right?
You're supposed
Good.
to worship, read your word.
There you go. There you go. What you had?
Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. Bring it out. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
So now it's giving you an instruction. If the people of the land, right now we have many nations in this land, as we in our captivity, but it says if these people come to you on the Sabbath day to sell, what we must not do.
That we would not buy it of them.
We should not be buying it from them on the Sabbath day. Yo, get out of here. I don't buy it on the Sabbath day, we don't.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day.
You see that? Because when there's certain feast days on Leviticus 23 that tells you it's a Sabbath. You're not supposed to be buying on that feast day, right? So that's what it's telling you. Or on the holy days, we don't.
And that we would leave the seventh year and the exaction of every debt.
All right, go back to yeah.
Leviticus 23 verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done.
The first feast that he gave you is the Sabbath day. So the same thing we just read in Exodus is repeating the same thing again in Leviticus 23. That's how you know the Bible always repeats itself to make sure that the people understand what the law means. You understand? Right. Because all people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, you have to constantly telling them, remind them of the laws of God. Because why? We're hard-headed people. We want to do whatever the hell we want to do. We want to go buy on the Sabbath day. We want to celebrate Christmas, do all these things. That's not of the Bible. So because of that, you see the priest always repeating the same thing over and over. We don't?
But the Sabbath day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
So now you know the Sabbath day, you must keep it, right? Why is it that all our people is occupying these churches on Sunday?